Welcome back, everyone, to more of our gameplay series of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. And today's race is one that I absolutely love doing. Now, you guys who have been with the channel for a while know that I pretty much love every type of racetrack. As long as I get to race, I'm having fun. But there are some tracks that just have a special meaning to me, and Talladega is that track for me. It is where it all started for me, really, in working with the BR tracks and wanting to get restrictor plate racing a whole lot better and more fun on a personal level. So today, we're going to be hopping into Talladega 2018 VSR. That's right, we are not using the BR track because this version of Talladega, while never released because it was never fully finished graphically, is a scratch-built track, and the transitions into and off the corners are simply superb. So much better than the default version of the track. There is simply no way that I could use any other version of the track but this one. This is the pinnacle of restrictor plate racing for me in 2003. That's how fond of this track I am. And in case anybody's wondering, no, it was never released to the best of my knowledge. The authors never fully completed it, but I did receive permission a few years back now. It's probably been maybe 3 years ago to use the track and modify it for my own needs. And that's exactly what I have done for use here on the channel. Now for today's race, it will be a total of 29 laps, realistic damage, which hopefully will not come into play. We've got a total of 38 AI, and we're far enough into the 2022 season now that it's about time that I go in and I do some adjustments to the different AI strength just based on how the real life cars are doing. So I'll do some of that probably after this race, and we'll get a fresh start and we'll see how things go from here. Now, I do want to briefly mention that I had intended on doing a Bristol dirt race last week, but unfortunately, when I downloaded the track, there was a lot of work that I wanted to do to make it race the way I wanted. For one thing, it had way too much grip, so I needed to modify that, some of the AI behavior, and I intended to release a video for that, but unfortunately, I just ran out of time. So I'm hoping to get to that at some point in the future, so we'll just see. But Bristol dirt is something that I would love to do here in the game, and I believe it's possible. I just need a little bit more time to work through some things there. So 29 laps at Talladega. What could be more fun?
Drivers, start your engines.
All right, folks. Engines are fired, and we are going green in about a half a lap. Now, I did have to reduce the number of laps in today's race from 29 down to 19. And the reason I did so is because one of the things I love to do in the AI ratings is change that strategy number and give it a very wide spread. That really helps out whenever I do longer races that are going to be multiple fuel stints. And it just gets everybody on a little bit different strategy rather than everybody pitting at the same time. So you get some guys who want a short pit, some guys who want to run it completely out of gas before they pit, and a few in the middle in between. So I love to do that, but this is one of those tracks where it can come back to bite me a little bit, and that's exactly what's been happening. I've tried a couple of races so far, and a few guys have been wanting to pit, and that's not really what I'm looking for here. We're looking for action here. We want 3 wide. We want the ebb and flow of a race. So let's see what we can get. Reducing to 19 laps should take care of that pitting issue, but we'll see. So the top groove will be dominant, for sure. However, the passing groove will be on the bottom as long as it holds up. Now, at the beginning of the race, it's generally with everybody being aggressive, trying to make moves, then it's generally not a problem to get down in that third groove, which is the very bottom here, and make some passes. However, you do not want to be the last one there when people start going back 2 by 2. And so that's going to be the trick. Use the bottom groove to make passes and make moves when it's available, But when it starts to deteriorate, make sure you've got somewhere to go. We see that a lot in real life when it goes single file. You know, people will get in that bottom groove and they make it work until it doesn't. And everybody bails on it. Well, that's kind of what the bottom groove is going to be like here. You can see we've got a few cars down there right now, but it's definitely not fully developed. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, it's definitely not fully developed yet. But we're still making some moves. We still made a few passes using that. All right, 43 is going down there. We're going to try to catch him. Use that toe from his car. Make a few more passes.
Hold your line. Hold your line.
But remember, we got 19 laps, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's an eternity
Hold your line.
at Talladega. 10 laps is an eternity at
You're now in
Talladega.
the top 20. Keep low. Still there.
And you can see at the very front of the pack, it's already starting to thin out.
Hold your line. Outside. Stay low.
All right, some nice bumps there.
Stay low.
Trying to give him as much help as I can without getting him out of shape.
Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Hold your line. Outside.
But the name of the game
You're
is
on the bottom.
always
3 wide.
patience
Car outside.
in
Still there.
restrictor plate racing. Which,
Stay low.
at some point, I'll stop calling it that since there's no longer restrictor
Keep
plates
low.
on these
Still
things.
there.
But
You're now in the top 20. Good job. Keep
this
digging.
type of racing, super speedway racing, is all about
Clear.
patience. Getting excited does not make the car go faster.
Still
And
there.
it certainly doesn't help your judgment.
Still
All right,
there.
let's see if we can use that 38 up there. Get a toe off of him. Oh no, he's trying to get back in line. Okay. And that's what I mean about the ebb and the flow of the race. All right, we're stuck down here right now, but I think we should be okay for a little bit because I see a lot of the accordion effect in those top 2 grooves right now. Now this isn't going to last for us, but
Keep low.
if they will keep that accordion going, and I'm going to try to stick as close to these guys as I can.
Still there.
Hopefully getting some reinforcements from behind, but I don't see
Keep
it.
digging. Still there.
All right, can I get
Clear
up into
outside.
that second groove? I think I can.
Still there.
Just based off of the information I'm getting from the spotter. Yeah, there
Keep
we go.
low. Clear.
All right, so the third groove definitely not there. We're too spread out for it. But we've managed to make up a lot of spots. So far, so good.
Car outside.
As long as that accordion effect is there, and it keeps you from getting into too much trouble
Still there.
on the bottom.
Stay low.
Like that. Had to back out of the gas.
Keep low.
Still backing out of the gas. Yeah, that's what keeps you from going anywhere in that middle lane, or same thing's happening in the top lane. And that's what makes that bottom so
Stay low.
it's torturous. And, I mean, look at that down there. It's right there. It's just so tempting. You want to just hop down there and pass all the cars, but I deliberately set up the AI to be faster than me at this track. Because it just makes it that much more difficult for me to get to the
Stay
front
low.
and then stay there. I'm actually surprised at how spread out it has been so far in this race.
Keep low.
Usually the beginning of the race is, everybody gets all hyped up, the adrenaline's pumping, and it's 3x3 for several rows deep. We haven't seen
Still
that.
there.
I don't know if there was an issue where somebody had to pull out for, a blown motor or something, and that messed things up, or what's been the issue, but right now it's just 2x2, which really limits what we can do.
Keep low.
I think that's Truex up there leading. Oh, I'm coming down here with the 5
You're
car.
on the bottom.
I saw
3
him pull
wide.
down. I know he's got a hot rod.
Hold your line. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
So I'm taking
Car
that
outside.
chance.
Still there.
All right, I want to bump him, but I don't want to just
You're on the
ram
bottom.
him.
3 wide.
We were going a lot faster than him.
Hold your line. Outside.
But you can see, I mean, it's single file up here for the first probably 5 or 6 cars. All right, I need him not to bail on me right here. Stay down here with me.
Stay low.
Stay here with me. Maybe if
Stay low.
I keep helping him enough, he'll stay down here 3 wide with me and not bail.
Still there.
If we can keep him, no,
Still there.
yeah, that's what he wanted. But I knew if we could
You're on
keep
the bottom,
behind
3
him,
wide.
he was our ticket to the front.
Hold your line. Outside.
'Cause we know he's got speed. Same thing with
You're
that
in the top
11,
10.
the
Hold
9,
your
all of
line.
these guys
You're
up
on the
front. I
bottom,
mean,
3 wide. Hold your line. Car outside.
all right. Good news?
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Well, which
You're
just
on
turned
the
into bad
bottom,
news.
3 wide.
We had the 24 behind us.
Hold your line.
And once again,
Car outside.
those Hendrick cars, they know how to get to the front.
3 wide. Outside. Still
Ah,
there.
well, I took the gamble,
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
and it did not work out.
Hold your line. Car outside. Keep low.
All right, I'm going to try to sneak back up
Keep
here.
low.
Again, I don't know. This is where it would be really nice to have a live spotter talking to you, because I didn't know for sure that I could get back up in line.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. We got just 10 more to go.
All right, there we go. 10 to go. So we're
wide.
halfway through,
Hold your line. Outside. You're on the
and
bottom.
you can see
3
all that
wide.
moving, slicing and dicing in the top 2 grooves, slowed them down
Stay low.
a little
You're on the
bit.
bottom.
Oh,
3
I was
wide.
trying to.
Outside.
Nope, I need to get back up
You're
in
on the
line.
bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Can't do it.
Keep low. Still there. Clear.
All right, let's try to get back in this second groove here and just try to maintain for a moment. I see the 1 car down there on the bottom,
Keep high.
and the 5 car once
Clear.
again is trying his hand at the bottom, but we need to get our momentum back, just try to catch up a little bit. Things are really spread out right now. Look at our mirror, you can see it's pretty spread out. It's definitely not all jammed up. This is the ebb and the flow that I was talking about.
Car outside. Keep low.
All right, so the 18 is down
Still
there, but he's got no help and no momentum.
Stay low.
So I'm staying where I'm at right now.
You're in
Although
the middle,
everything in
3
me
wide.
wanted to go with him.
Hold your line. Clear outside. Still there. Outside. Stay low. Keep low.
Anything down here? No.
Keep low.
Also, it's pretty funny because right now there is something going on around my house that is, so if you see me swerving a little bit, it's because my attention is not exactly 100% focused on the race right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So, always nice when, you know, it's not enough to be dealing with side-by-side and 3 wide at Talladega. I'm trying to figure out what's going on around my house. I'm hearing voices and noises and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from or whose it is.
Stay low.
One thing I can tell you for
Still
sure,
there. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear inside. Still there. Car inside.
I
Car
really need
outside.
this thing to get 3 wide again
Still there. Car inside.
in order for us
You're
to
in
get to the
middle.
front.
3
We're not
wide.
fast enough to pull out and lead a group
Hold
to
your
the
line.
front.
Outside. Stay low.
And the 4 car is fast enough. I feel like, oh, here's the 24. Okay.
Car inside.
He's making some moves here. Now,
Still
I will
there.
follow him if it works out.
Still there.
I don't know if I'm clear
Still there.
higher. Ooh, that was...
Clear inside. Car
yeah.
outside.
Okay, now I know that we have a car outside. Okay, so we were clear.
Clear. Car outside.
All right, now we got a nice bit of momentum.
Stay low.
Really know where to go with it, know where to take it.
Still there.
All right, the voices have calmed down a little bit around the house. So
Still there.
you just never know what's going to happen when you're trying to record.
Still there. Keep low.
One thing I know of, we cannot get to the front right here. Okay. All right, the 11. He's definitely worth following.
Just 5 more to go. You're
All right,
in
let's
the
see if
top
some more
10.
people would
Still
jump
there.
down here with us. Or if maybe the 11, with as spread out as it is enough to get us to the front. That would be
Hold your
amazing.
line. Outside. Keep low.
Don't bail on me.
Keep low.
I'm trying to give everybody room.
Keep low.
All right, the 9's
Stay
trying
low.
to take the lead.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Yeah, it's not
Hold your
tight
line.
enough up here
Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
to get 3 wide
Hold
for
your
very
line.
long. All right, we got a
Outside.
nice run here.
Stay low.
All right, I need somebody to come with me. Anybody? Anybody?
Stay low.
Oh, yeah. Somebody come with me. I don't know how many, but...
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Oh, then he
Stay
bailed.
low.
Come on, man. I think that was Gilliland, too.
Keep low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
Yeah,
Still
they're just
there.
motoring right on by me.
Clear.
But even though they are going by me, it's not the end of the world.
Outside.
You know, I mean, we haven't gone to last. I mean, we're still here around the top 10.
Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Nah, didn't want to be
Hold your
3 wide
line.
right there. I'm trying to get back up in line.
Hold your line.
All right, we got the 24 behind us and the 11 in front of
3
us.
wide. Car outside.
We had the 11 in front of us.
Stay low.
And that's how quickly it all changes.
You're on
So
the
the
bottom.
11's
3
gone,
wide.
24 is gone.
Hold your line. Outside.
All right, come on, 5, pull
You're
out.
on the bottom. 3 wide.
I mean, you can see I am trying
Hold
to
your line.
crowd
Outside.
this middle groove as much as I
Still
can
there.
to get a way back up in here. There we go. All right, we're
Stay
back.
low. Still there.
All right, the 11's going back down. Do I go with him? Well,
Clear
you guys
outside.
know I'm going to go with him.
Car outside.
I mean, I'm not just going to sit here and ride.
Keep
We're going to have
low.
some fun.
Clear outside. Outside.
All right, let's
We got
push.
trouble entering the tri-oval. Stay low.
Oh, there's trouble. I didn't see anything. So I don't know if there was a wreck. I didn't see it.
Still there. Still there.
All right, I'm reluctantly backing off the 11 a little bit. I really needed us to
Clear
take that.
outside.
Yeah,
Outside.
he goes 3 wide, but then he immediately jumps back in line, which is good for him,
Clear.
but not
Outside.
necessarily that good for me.
Keep low.
All right, let's go. I'm pushing. Oh, I do
Still there.
see. Yep, there was definitely some trouble here.
Still there.
Oh, seriously, white flag?
Still
Yikes.
there. White flag. 1 more lap to go.
All right, now we just go for
3
it.
wide.
There's
Hold your
never
line.
been an opportunity for us to get to the front. This is one of those races
line.
where the ebb and flow just never
Outside.
really gave us what we needed.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
So
Outside.
I am pinching the 11
Still
for
there.
all I'm worth right now.
Stay low.
It's quite hilarious, actually. Because I keep waiting to see if anybody's going to go with me, and nobody ever does.
Keep low.
They know I'm not fast.
Clear.
They know. All right, so we just try to get what we can get. Come into the line.
Outside. Stay low.
All right, what do we get?
There's the flag. It's over.
What is it, ninth? Is that...
Great job,
At
buddy.
first we were 8th. Okay. Hey, I'll take a top 10. I'll take a top 10. And that... So that race, while we never made it all the way to the front, in the top 2 or 3, and had an opportunity for the win, I love that race because of the ebb and the flow. It was very different than some of the other races that I've had here, where, let's go ahead and get out. But there are times where I'll do a race at this track and it will just be 3x3 for seemingly 9 or 10 rows deep. Obviously, this race wasn't like that. And because I couldn't just pass anytime I wanted to, I really had to work for that top 10, getting there and then staying there. And I was really hoping some runs at different times from, of course, we were looking at Larson, then it was a Hamlin, a few times maybe Elliott, trying to get us to the front, Byron as well. We were trying to work with, but we could just never get enough of a run to get to where we needed to be to really, not just for the win, but for really a top 5, a top 3, and get on that podium. But that was a lot of fun and very different from some other races I've had. I am very excited by that. Now, who knows? Next time I run a race here, it may be 3x3, 9 rows deep for the entire 19 laps. Who knows? But that's all part of the fun. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and stick around for more in our 2003.